Hello everyone, my name is Daniel. Welcome back to my channel Wright. Now before we get started, I definitely would like to take this opportunity to ask you to go subscribe to my ASMR channel that I just created. I've got a couple videos up so far. I post every Tuesday evening and every Saturday evening. It is mainly for people who have anxiety, would like to just relax, need help sleeping. You should know what ASMR is. If not, I can definitely make a video over that as well. But before we get started, I just wanted to let you know, and that is why we are filming in this bedroom setting of mine. After this video, I will go back to filming in my regular new setup. So definitely stay tuned for that because I freaking love that setup. But today we are talking about rumors and renders that are of the iPhone 11. We usually do one of these videos anyway, regardless of how terrible the renders look, because one of the terrible renders is usually true. So let's just get right into it, shall we? Instead of using the computer, I'm gonna be fancy this time and we're gonna screen record and I'm gonna throw it on one of these sides here for you to look at. All right, you guys, so we're on the Google page. We're gonna go straight into it. iPhone 11, it finished it for us. And you know, now that I'm thinking about it, I never made a video about the iPhone XR. Let's see here. Tech Radar is one of the people that I always pay attention to. So let's see what they have to say. Since I am screen recording, I basically am citing all of my sources, and I will put links to all of the articles that we talk about in the description box below. Someone called me out on that real hard the other day, and I am very sorry. Alright, Apple's iPhone 2019 may be all about the camera. Well, it better be a movable camera from all of the other flagship phones that I have seen lately. Apple isn't selling as many iPhones as previously forecast, so its next flagship has to wow everyone or come down in price to stay competitive. Let's hope that it comes down on price, because it's probably going to look exactly the way that it always does. It's just going to have a few different camera adjustments. Will it still have a notch? I bet you it will, and I bet you it's going to look exactly the same way that you guys just started talking about that. This is an interesting render. I like this. I want to look at this. Can you open, please? Let's turn this sideways. Will it work for me? There we go. Now this is interesting to me because it's got two cameras, as you can see here. That render is not the best render, but you get the idea. I mean, I kind of like that because if you have it over to one side like you do now, then it's still gonna like rock back and forth, which is one of the things that gets on my nerves whenever I go caseless. Oh man, look at this though. Look at that. Okay, so see, that gets on my nerves. Alleged next iPhone case molding show what we discussed in our story last week in terms of new cameras. 3 on high end, 2 on the new XR, plus all models apparently getting a square, at least based on this mold floating around. And here's what appear to be your next generation iPhone XR colors. No, those are ugly. Okay, I'm tired of looking at this website. Let's go to a different one. Let's go to 9to5Mac. They're usually pretty good. iPhone 11 release date will be fall of 2019. Shocker. You know what? Good for you. I've never. Good job. Alright, it'll be along with the Apple Watch Series 5. Have I had my Apple Watch for almost a year? I have a video coming out in the next week of the review on the Apple Watch that I've had. With well, it's kind of almost 8 months, but I'm doing pretty much a 6-month review of the Apple Watch, what I like and don't like and what I use about it, so stay tuned for that as well. It's actually taking me longer to film and edit as I thought because I'm shooting the whole thing in 4K, I'm doing slow-mo, I'm getting, steady B-roll shots for you guys, and it's just a lot for me to post-process and edit. So I'm still filming and editing that video as it goes along. But Sidebar. iPhone 11 price, we don't know the official price of the next iPhone yet, but it's likely to be similar to what we see with the iPhone X, SX Max, start at $999 and go up $100 each time, I'm sure, with the 256 and the 512. They don't expect Apple to offer a 1TB option. That's very excessive, so I never really thought about that. iPhone 11 features, iOS 13. iPhone models with 6.1 inch to 6.5 inch OLED displays. Alright, okay. To have a triple camera system. The third camera on the high-end models will have an ultra-wide angle lens to produce larger and more detailed photos. It will also enable a broader range of zoom. Apple is also working on auto-correction feature to fit people back into a photo who may have been accidentally cut out. The second camera on the new XR model will have increased zoom as well. I don't think I would ever use that feature, but okay, if you want to talk about groundbreaking technology, that is exactly what. Do you work tomorrow? Yes, I do. But that's exactly what I want Apple to be doing with my money I spend on all my expensive stuff. Adding in useless features that doesn't matter. I sound like I'm dogging really hard on Apple, and you know what? I am, because they're not doing anything other than just taking people's money and re-releasing the same phone every single year, which is really bothering me. I can't stand it. 20% more circuitry in the same area, couple that with the larger chip size expected, says Cross, and you get something with the same kind of transistor count as the latest iPad Pro models. Wow. So if we have that big a bump in performance, then that's a big deal. That's gonna be kind of awesome, because I've even seen people edit like 4K high definition YouTube videos, and I'm talking about professionals, on the new iPad Pros. So if the capabilities of the iPhone have the same capabilities as the iPad Pro, then can you edit your YouTube videos now on iPhone and it be 100% mobile? Because that's something that I would be down with. I would be really into that. We've looked at 2 sites now, and I really want to go to images so that we can look. Oh, hello, Adam Levine. Okay, moving on. This, I can get down with this. I can get down with this because I think that looks like a good design, but like I said, I was right. Same form factor, everything, just a bigger camera that you stamp on top to it, which makes me think that they're recycling last year's materials and last year's external hardware, just making a bigger cutout for the camera and then reselling it to us, which I would not be okay with. I could get down with this as well because it's not that big of a difference than the iPhone that we have right now. I would be okay with that. Yeah, this would be pretty cool. I would be good with this. Now, this render, and by the way, I do not take credit for these images that are coming up on the screen right now. Obviously, you can see where they're cited from how I'm screen recording right now on my phone. But this image, I'm not sure how I feel about this image. I would not buy this. This looks like a cheap Wish knockoff that you get for like $100 online that looks kind of like an iPhone, but it's secretly a cheap Android that's running fake looking iOS. That's what this looks like to me, and I'm not really happy about that. But I mean, okay, so just going back to the bigger camera, this is huge. This is like too big. If you're gonna do something like this, if you didn't stagger them like that, then you could have way more lenses than just 3 on there, which would make it almost worth it. But the fact that the camera, like, I just can't get over this camera because it's so ugly and the lenses are badly placed and there's no reason. There's so many. This was a horrible idea. One of the things that I do notice on here actually though is the notch is a lot smaller. So if you get look a little bit closer in this picture, you can see that didn't change the width of the notch, but okay, that doesn't make any sense. The height of the notch, but the width of the notch is smaller. But just like, okay, so like it just, I mean, I can't deal with this. I can't. I'm not excited about this phone. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm probably gonna get the iPhone XS Max that is gonna be available at a cheaper price whenever the new iPhone comes out. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I appreciate you following me and hanging out with me in my little bit more relaxed of a setting. So again, be sure to check out my ASMR channel and subscribe to it as well. I know a couple of you was definitely enjoying the ASMR videos I was doing here, so I decided to just make an entire channel out of it, and I will be posting videos there every Tuesday evening and every Saturday evening. And after I get this running for a couple of weeks, I am going to start actually a lot of live streams, and I'm going to start having those all the time for ASMR, for tapping and scratching and things of that nature. And I definitely want to get live streams, long live stream going of relaxing sounds like waterfalls or rain or I watched an ASMR video and someone did a live stream of a box fan for 8 hours and I fell asleep and slept like a baby. So I definitely want to do things like that. So be sure to put those comments down below. In my description box there is a link to these articles as well as my ASMR channel. And as always, be sure to like this video, put in the comment down below what you think you want to see in the new iPhone 11, which one render do you think looks better, and which one do you think actually is going to happen. Like I said, I'm interested to see what Apple does, but I'm not as interested as I used to be because they've just slowed down so much. Alright, love you guys. I'm really excited for the next video that's coming out, so stay tuned for that. I'll be back in my normal setup by then. Peace.